Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Adam Lazarus here. I've been studying with the scholars of the Sunnah for over 25 years, and I'm going to share with you today the rulings related to lost and found items. So sometimes if you find something that's been lost, you can keep it immediately. Other times you have to do something first. So we're going to get into the rulings related to those two situations in beautiful detail. So we have here from Shaykh AbdulAzeez bin Baaz rahimahullah, from the senior scholars of Saudi Arabia who died in the late 90s, rahimahullah. He's from the great scholars of the Sunnah. He was asked about the length of time that someone has to announce a lost item and where does that announcing have to take place. So he answered rahimahullah by saying that announcing it should be for a year. That if you find something that's been lost, you announce it for a year. And this applies generally to everything that's been lost. But he said, he was asked, what about those things which normal people don't really care about too much? So he said, no, these types of things, types of things which are considered not very valuable, then these don't need to be announced. These don't need to be announced. Something that is considered almost worthless, you don't have to announce it. Due to the proof, the Prophet ﷺ said, لَوْلَا أَن تَكُونَ مِنَ الصَّدَقَةِ لَأَكَلْتُهَا. That if it was not from sadaqah, I would have eaten it. This is a hadith that he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he found a date in the path. When he found a date in the path. So he said that if this wasn't from sadaqah, I would have eaten it. So this shows that something which is worthless or almost worthless is something excused from having to announce it publicly. Such as, and Shaykh bin Baaz, he gave some more examples, such as a rope or a date or two dates or other things which are almost worthless, like a rial or 10 rials or 5 rials, whatever is not considered very valuable in that period of time. And he was asked then, and after it is announced for a year. So if you have something valuable and you have announced it for a year, then what? So Sheikh answered, then you can own it. Then you own it. So if somebody comes to you then afterwards, after a period of time, and they describe it to you, then you should give it back to the person, even if it is after years. So if you've announced it for a year, and nobody comes, then at that point you get to keep that valuable thing unless its true owner comes to you. They hear from so-and-so that you have it, so they describe it to you, and then because they've described it to you, you know that this is the actual owner, so you give it back to them. So then he was asked, and where is this ta'rif? Where is this announcing? So Shaykh bin Baaz, he continued and explained that it is in the public places of the people. So outside of the mosques, the masajid, in the marketplaces, wherever the people generally gather. Then you would announce who's lost something or who has lost this amount of money, or who has lost some money, if it's money that you have found, or if you found a sheep, as he is used in this example, who has a sheep that they've lost, you announce this. So the questioner asks, is it sufficient to announce it in the newspapers? So the Sheikh said, no, it's not sufficient to put it in the newspapers. He said to announce it in the marketplaces or in the public places, this is better. This is better because not all of the people read the newspapers. But if you were to announce it there, where in the vicinity of where you found it, it's more likely that the person that lost it would be there, as opposed to them reading the newspaper to find it. And if you put it In the newspaper also, there's no problem with that, but you should put it where the people are publicly gathered, meaning announce it where people are publicly gathered. وَإِذَا تَرَكَهَا إِذَا تَرَكَ ضَالَةُ الْغَنَمِ. So if you find something like a sheep that's lost, should you just leave it? Is it better to just leave it rather than taking it? So the Shaykh said, no, it's better that you take something. If you find this thing that's valuable, it's better that you take it rather than just leaving it there in the path. The Prophet ﷺ said about a sheep, خُذْهَا فَإِنَّمَا هِيَ لَكَ أَوْ لِأَخِيكَ أَوْ لِلذِّئْبِ. Take it, for either it is for you, or for your brother, or for the wolf. So if you leave it, and you don't want to, because you don't want to deal with the responsibility of having the thing, that is okay. But either you can benefit from the thing, or leave it for your brother, meaning someone else, to take it, or the wolf will eat it. So the questioner asked, and what if this amount of money reached up to 10 riyals or 20 riyals? So the Shaykh responded, this is still haqira, this is still almost worthless. Ma la haqima, this doesn't have real value. Something of this low amount you don't have to announce. If you found this beneficial, be sure to share it with someone who you believe would benefit from it.